Namaskar. Today I am going to give my talk on the national movement. The topic of my talk is main event of the revolt of 1857. In January 1857, an Indian soldiers of regiment at Damdam, about 5 miles away from Calcutta, was coming back with his lota, a small meter water pot full of water. A low caste khalasi of ordnance factory at Damdam met the soldiers in the way and asked for water. The soldiers were Brahman and therefore refused to on the plea that his lota would be defilled. The Khalasi was irritated and said the British would defy the caste of anyone by forcing all soldiers to use the cartridge greased in the fat of the cow and the pig. The soldier believed is the statement as the Khalasi worked in the factory where the cartridge was the manufactured. The soldier conveyed the news of his fellow soldiers. The news soon spread in the cantonment of Barakpur. The soldiers of the 19th Regiment therefore refused to use those cartridges, though later on they submitted. 8 their leader were punished and the regiment was disbanded. On the March 20, Mangal Pandey at 34th Regiment fired his sergeant major and asked other Indian soldiers to revolt against the British. But he and one other active soldier were captured and executed. Then the 34th Regiment of also disbanded. Like protests were made by the soldiers of Ambala and Lucknow as well. The regiment at Lucknow was also disbanded. Thus the soldiers of different places refused to use greased cartridges. They had no desire to revolt, but the government insisted on using the cartridge and they punished those who refused to obey. On 24th April 85, soldiers of the 3rd Cavalry Regiment at the Meerut refused to use the cartridge. They were punished by the 10 years rigorous imprisonment. On 9th May, they were brought naked before the entire regiment. The infuriated the soldiers, and on the May 10th and 3rd Cavalry Regiment revolted. The infantry also joined them. The soldiers killed many British officers and civilians, released the prisoners, and left for Delhi. Delhi was captured by the rebel. On May 12, the Bahadur Shah was declared the Emperor of India. Revolts then occurred in Muzaffarnagar and Firozpur as well as then after the V, and they placed the North India. Very soon the revolt covered the entire region from Delhi in Bihar, Delhi to Bihar in the east. At Kanpur, Nana Sahib headed the rebels. Of Lucknow, Begum Hazrat Mahal provided leadership to them, and the Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai revolted. The people participated in the revolt in large number at Muzaffarnagar, Saharanpur, Bulandshahr, Delhi, Bareilly, Farrukhabad, Bijnor, Shahjahanpur, Badaयूं, अलीगढ़, आगरा, मथुरा, बांदा, हमीरपुर, Jhansi, Lucknow, Kanpur, Gorakhpur, and several other places in Bihar. Many among them fought in genuine sympathy with the rebel soldiers, may found a good opportunity to burn up the papers of their landlords and moneylenders. Many of them whose titles and pension were abolished by the British found in it an opportunity to take the revenge, and at any other participated in it simply for plunder. The Muslim leaders and religious preachers saw in the opportunity of the establishing the Muslim rule in India. In Punjab, the British succeeded in disarming the Indian soldiers. The soldiers revolted at the same places in Rajasthan and Indore as well, but they were easily suppressed. In South India, the soldiers revolted at some places, but their attempt at Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Sindh, etc., met his failure. No native ruler participated in the revolt. On the contrary, some rulers of Punjab, Rajasthan, and South India helped the British suppressing the revolt. Delhi, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi, Gwalior remained the centers of the revolt. Lord Canning, the Governor General, took immediate steps suppress the revolt. He called forth the force from Madras, Bombay, Sri Lanka, and Burma, along with the British army deputed in China, and ordered to Lal Sikh army to attack Delhi. It resulted the quick success for the British. Nana Sahib had declared himself Peshwa at Kanpur. The rebel army of Gwalior also joined them. Yet he was defeated and Sir Campbell captured Kanpur on 6 December. The Nana Sahib fled away. In March 1858, the British captured Lucknow and Begum Hazrat Mahal fled away. The British has captured Delhi in September 1857 itself. Two sons of Bahadur Shah were killed while he himself was deported to Rangoon as a prisoner. Sir Hugh Rose occupied Jhansi. Rani Lakshmi Bai fled away from Jhansi and joined hand with Tatya Tope, who was fighting on behalf of Nana Sahib and had taken over the leadership of the army, the rebel of and Gwalior. But the British captured Gwalior in June 1858. The Rani died fighting while the Tata Tope fled away, but later he was captured and executed. The revolt of Khan Bahadur Khan at Bareilly and the Kunwar Singh in Jagdishpur in Bihar were also suppressed. Nana Sahib and Begum Hazrat Mahal fled away, probably in Nepal. Some local uprising continued for some time, but in July 1858, everything was over. The worst feature of the revolt had been that both English and Indian committed barbaric atrocity against the another, and innocent people from both sides become their victim. These atrocities began at Meerut when the rebel soldiers killed Englishmen, women, and children. The story was repeated at Delhi. Innocent Englishmen, women, and children were massacred at this Sati Chaura Ghat at Kanpur by the soldier of Nana Sahib. The English retaliated with vengeance. General Neil massacred thousands of innocent men, women, and children. On the way from Banaras to Allahabad, General Havelock did the same route. The British took their brutal revenge on the people of Delhi after they had occupied it. The citizens at Lucknow and Jhansi were treated in the same way. The British imposed martial law at the many places punished the people by hanging them from the trees and shooting them straightway. Point to be remembered. A low caste Khalasi and the ordnance factory of Damdam near Calcutta told a Brahmal soldiers that the fat of the cow and pig have been used preparing the cartridge from newly introduced rifle. The soldiers conveyed his news to his fellow soldiers and they felt that the British were attempting to defy their caste and religion. The soldiers of 19th Regiment and Barakpur refused to use those cartridges and later of Mangal Pandey and 34th Regiment asked these fellow soldiers to the revolt and fired that the officers. Mangal Pandey was executed and both the regiment were disbanded. The soldiers of Ambala and Lucknow also refused to use those cartridges and the Lucknow regiment was disbanded. Soldiers were simply refusing to use the new cartridge and they had no idea of revolt, which is British refuted the story for the use the fat cow, pig and instead of the use of those cartridges. On the April 24, 85 soldiers 33rd Cavalry Meerut refused to use cartridges for they were punished to paraded naked before their fellow soldiers on the 9th May 1957. The infurious soldiers who revolted on the 10th May and the killing British soldiers and civilians left for Delhi where they declared the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah as the Emperor of India. Very soon the revolt covered the entire territory from Delhi to Bihar. Though its main centers remained in Delhi, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi and Gwalior. Nana Sahab headed to revolt at Kanpur, Begum Hazrat Mahal at Lucknow, Rani Lakshmi Bai at Jhansi, while Tatya Tope became the famous leader of the rebel with fighting behalf of Nana Sahib. The people also joined the revolt in large number through many of them participated in for serving their narrow selfish interest. The Muslim leaders, preachers, and the Muslim preachers saw the good opportunity for establishing Muslim rule in India. He attempted to soldiers to revolt some places. Rajasthan, Punjab, and South India were foiled. The native ruler participated in the revolt. Rather, on the contrary, some rulers in the Punjab, Rajasthan, and South India helped the British suppressing it. Lord Canning took immediate steps, suppressed the revolt, and succeeded so much of that by July 1858 everything was over. Very soon the British captured Delhi and then Kanpur, Lucknow, Jhansi, Gwalior, etc. Bahadur Shah was deported to Rangoon. Rani Lakshmi Bai died fighting. Tatya Tope was captured and executed while Begum Hazrat Mahal and Nana Sahab fled away probably in Nepal. The worst feature of the revolt was both the British and the Indian committed barbaric atrocities against each other at the several places. Causes of failure of the revolt of 1857. When the revolt started, the Indian soldiers outnumbered the British soldiers by 7-1. They were supported by citizens as well large numbers. The rebel captured Delhi and very initial stage of the revolt and disrupted the communication between Delhi and Calcutta. Thus, in the beginning, the British were at the very disadvantageous position, yet they succeeded in suppressing the revolt very soon. There were many causes accountable of the failure of the revolt. The area of the revolt remained limited. South India did not participate in the revolt, while in the north, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Kashmir regime at northwest, Madhya Bharat, Bengal, Assam, and Orissa remained aloof from it. The revolt thus remained limited to Delhi, western Uttar Pradesh, Awadh, Bihar, Ruhelkhand, and their neighboring territories. Therefore, the British were not forced to divide their strength in different parts of India and were able to concentrate their resources against the rebel in limited area. Many native rulers supported the British while none fought against them. The ruler of Patiala, Jind, Gwalior, Hyderabad helped the British of all possible ways. The king of Nepal also gave all possible assistance to the British and sent his army to help the British. It came as very useful help to British. Had the native rulers, instead of supporting the British, decided to help rebels, the fate of British would have been probably different. Educated Indians who would be helpful to organizing the revolt for would be provided intellectual leadership to it, were opposed to it, and kept themselves away from it. The British had superior arms and intelligence set up as captured the rebels. Of course, initially the rebel outnumbered the British, but very soon British increased their strength. Nearly 1,12,000 British soldiers were brought to India and nearly 3,10,000 Indians were recruited as soldiers as fresh. The British used newly introduced rifle while the rebels were equipped mostly with sword and spears. The British possessed the good artillery while the rebels either lacked to fail some utilized the properly in the battlefield. The newly introduced telegraph system helped the British to getting information concerning the movement and rebel also keeping contact with themselves. Another important cause of failure of the revolt was lack of planned effort, absence of central organization, and inferiority of the generalship, strategy, military skill, and discipline among the rebels. As compared to British, the revolt was never organized under one leadership. The different leader of the revolt did not coordinate each their effort. Each of them was the leader in his honor region. On the contrary, the British acted under the one command, one direction, and with the one fixed object. The event during the revolt proves it. Delhi was the fortified cities and its fort was strong. Yet British captured in it within 4 months. At Kanpur, nearly 400 British soldiers were civilian and some Indian soldiers defended themselves from 20 days from the invading forces of 3,000 well-armed soldiers under the Nana Sahib without having a well-protected place and surrendered only when they were assured of their safety, though they were killed treacherously afterwards. At Ara, Kunwar Singh commanded nearly 2,000 soldiers and nearly 4 times as many insurgents. It failed to get the surrender and nearly 50 Sikh and 15 British soldiers were defending themselves at the small building. The same way at Lucknow, the British defended themselves against the force of revolt, which was many a time of more than theirs. On the contrary, the British proved better in the command and strategy. When Hughes Rose attacked Jhansi with the 2,000 soldiers, they were, they were 1,500 regular soldiers and nearly 10,000 newly recruited soldiers in the fort. The same time, Tatya Tope came to the relief on the fort with nearly 20,000 soldiers. Sir Hughes Rose left behind 1,000 soldiers to continue the siege and attack Tatya Tope with the remaining 1,000 soldiers. Surprisingly, neither Tatya Tope could win the battle against small British force, nor the soldiers in the fort dared to make an offensive attack on small forces blessing the fort. The result was that Jhansi was taken over by the British and Rani Lakshmi Bai has flee away from the fort. However, Havelock also defeated Nana Sahib, who commanded a larger force than his own captured Kanpur. Tatya Tope and Rani Lakshmi Bai got the possessions of the strong fort Gwalior because of the rebellion of its army, but they lost the British without any serious resistance. All such events prove that the British were superior to the rebel in fighting skill. One primary causes of failure of the revolt was absence of the capable leader among the rebel. Nana Sahib, Tatya Tope, Bahadur Shah, Rani Lakshmi Bai and Kunwar Singh has been regarded as the leader of the revolt, but none of them was either the good organizer or a capable commander. Nana Sahib did not organize the revolt, was motivated by selfish ends and was no commander at all. Shah Alam, the Mughal emperor, was worse than him. He was forced to be party to the revolt. He was always in secret correspondence with the British. He failed to maintain discipline among the rebels and even could not check them when they looted the citizen of the lake. His wife Begum Jinat Mahal and his Wazir Asanullah were also leagued with British. Tatya Tope and the Kunwar Singh, of course, were courageous fighters but no good military commanders, while Rani Lakshmi Bai enough superior to them in the determination, daring and heroism was neither the share of politicians nor a capable military commander. She became famous because of her personal virtue. Thus, we find that there was no political military leader of, of high caliber among the rebel who would have been united them as one effective fighting force leading to success. Another course of failure, another course of failure of the rebels was lack of any inspiring ideal among them. Nationalism and patriotism were certainly absent, and what to say of any other high ideal, even safety to other religions, which had sparked the revolt, no more reminded their ideal. Therefore, they did not remain united. On the contrary, as the time passed, mutual suspicion, conflicts, differences, and religion and reason and selfish interest went on increasing that weakened the rebel. On the contrary, the British proved superior to the rebels in very field. They fought for safety and their empire and to take revenge on the murderers of their wives and children. Havelock Neil, Hughes Rose, and Nicholson certainly proved good military commanders. Beside the diplomatic skill of the British, because an important factor of their success, they could get the support of Afghan and tribes in the northwest. They could command the loyalty of Sikh army, though they had annexed Punjab only 10 years back. They could command the loyalty of Scindia, who was dishonored by Lord Ellenberg in 1843 and 44, and also the support of Nizam of Hyderabad, from whom the English had snatched bearer in 1853. The King of Nepal also supported the British. All this was because they succeeded dealing the British with the native. The several factors led to failure of revolt 1857 of the course. It was the first attempt to Indian which seriously threatened to supremacy of British in India. But the failure was ignominious and brought additional miseries of the Indian people. However, indirectly brought about some fruitful result. The revolt certainly inspired the future of Indian revolutionary and nationalists. On other, the leader of the revolt were no national leaders, but they become the famous in such an India remembered then as the heroes of their struggle against the British. Therefore, the revolt and provoked the Indians to feel of one which themselves and thus helped the building of the Indian nationalism afterward. Point to be remembered. The mutiny enjoyed the advantage of having the support of large majority of Indian soldiers and the capturing the Delhi in every beginning, yet they failed because of several reasons. The area of the revolt remained limited. Gradually, the number of British soldiers increased. The British had better arms, including the artillery. The telegraph proved very much useful for the English. Many native rulers supported the English. The educated Indians did not support the rebels. Lack of planned effort, absence of central organization, inferiority strategy, military skills, and discipline among the rebels made them weather compared to the English. Absence of capable leader was primary cause of the failure of the revolt. Lack of the inspiring ideal among the rebel was also one of the causes of the failure of the rebels. The spirit of nationalism, determined leadership, diplomatic skill, better communications, and better espionage network of the English were also largely responsible for the defeat of rebels. Thank you very much.